techniques. If we start writing on any topic, first of all we have to choose an appropriate event, or we have to remember specific details about that event. Before writing anything, you must let your mind think in terms of different experiences, and you can also list the experiences as long as you can. A realization that you had a special skill or ambition or a problem or needed someone or felt rejected, or if you felt some kind of altruism or rejected, you then decide to write about that feeling. You can think about any memorable difficult situation when you had to make very difficult situation, when it very tough choice, when someone admired you. This can be also a topic. When you struggle to learn something, then that can be a topic, or you can understand something, that can also be a topic. An occasion when things did not turn out as you expected them to be, this can be also a topic for you. But or it can be any situation when you were criticized. It can be an accident which challenged you, your basic values or beliefs, any humorous incident that you still laugh about, perhaps the one which seems awkward or embarrassing at the time, an event which made you independent, proud, insecure, fearful, courageous or ambitious. You can choose any topic that was specifically related with you. You can choose any topic. Then you can recall specific details about that topic after choosing a topic. For example, you can remember details related with sights, related with sounds, smells, and many other details related with senses. You can imagine a story or a scene as if you are a photographer or a videotape. Take notes about what you see, what time was it, and how you describe, and the weather. You can also describe the weather. Whether you were indoor, you can also describe the room. If you are outdoor, you can describe the surrounding. You can list specific objects that you see. You can choose at least 3 items from your list and write about 5 minutes on each one. What should do you hear? Are there voices, animal sounds, horns, honking? You can also describe the atmosphere, whether the atmosphere was quiet, whether the atmosphere was noisy. You can also write describe what you smelled, and that there were certain elements that were related with your taste. You can also recall people. If you are adding details to your topic, you can recall significant people in the event. You can list all the people who played important role, who played significant role. You may have 1 or 2 people in the list, and who said something, who were engaged in the dialogue. You can write about those people, sketching out the story. Then the next step is that you can sketch out the narrative. You can make an outline of the main events, indicating what happened, focusing what you and others did. You can try to recall your feelings at the time and hereafter. What was your first response to the event? You can write about that. How did you express your feelings? How long these feelings last? All these processes are termed as brainstorming. These are the preliminary requirements for writing. What is brainstorming? You can see here. You can understand it with the help of this diagram. Brainstorming is the way of gathering ideas. Brainstorming means thinking of and writing down ideas concerning a topic. Ask yourself certain questions. For example, you can ask yourself these questions: who, what, where, and when. To get ideas about your topic, write down the ideas that come into your mind. Later, you can go through your list and pick the ideas that you decide to write about. You have to Do this quickly. You can practice this first by choosing simple topics, as when you have to brainstorm about TV. Do this quickly. You can practice this first by choosing simple topics. You can brainstorm simple household items, for example TV, and you can, here some 30 points are here about TV that quickly come in the mind of a writer. A TV set, programs, sports, black and white, color, directors, major studios, cartoon schedules. These are the ideas that come that flood in the mind. As they come as flooding in the mind. Think of a storm, thousands of rain drops come down. It's like thousands of ideas touching your paper. When you brainstorm, write all the ideas that come into your mind. Don't wait whether the ideas are good or bad, whether the ideas are useful or not. There are three types of brainstorming. For example, one is free writing, the second is listing, and the third is mapping. Free writing. Free writing is a process of sitting down and writing in sentences for about 5 or 10 minutes without stopping to analyze what you have written. The idea is to write in an uninhibited or uncensored way and to just let your ideas flow. What comes out on paper can be anything between a stream of consciousness, a halting, a repetitive outburst of emotions, or even a smooth, elegant argument. In free writing, you do not show your work to others. It generally works better in handwriting as compared to typing or keyboard. It encourages expression of unconscious mind. It is very good in describing what people think and feel. Another pre-writing technique is free writing. Free writing, in free writing, as the name suggests, you write freely without stopping on a topic for a specific amount of time. You just write down sentences as you think of them without worrying about whether your sentences are good, whether your sentences are correct, whether your sentences are acceptable or unacceptable. You are also don't have to punctuate sentences or capitalize words. You can even write incomplete sentences or phrases. The main goal in free writing is to keep your pencil moving. When you free write, it helps your practice fluency, which means writing comes easily and quickly, and you don't have to worry about accuracy, that is having correct grammar and spelling. Don't check your dictionary when you free write. Don't worry about mistake, just keep writing. Free writing can help encourage us to start writing rather than holding back. Brainstorming, exploring the topic, it warms you up before a session of academic writing. Releasing writing blocks. It releases writing blocks, both cognitive and emotive ones, making your academic writing. It makes your academic writing expressive and flowing. It encourages expression of unconscious mind, such as encouraging you to go for it. According to this person, Elbow, free writing does not always produce powerful writing itself, but it leads to powerful. Although it is not a powerful practice, but it is the first step towards powerful writing. Then, a memorable event in my life. Here is a sample free writing paragraph. For example, a sample paragraph has been given. A memorable event in my life. I am supposed to be free write for 10 minutes about a memorable event in my life. I don't know what to write about. Maybe about my brother's boat accident. We were so scared. We thought he was going to drown. He was trapped under an overturned boat and did not have any air to breathe, but it ended all right. Narrative, he was rescued and had only a broken arm. What else can I write about? Oh, I know, a day I will always remember was the day I left my country. This is another topic, and he free writes about it. Then free writing should about a memorable event or experience in your life. It might be a happy day, it can be a sad event, it can be an embarrassing moment, it can be an interesting trip, a frightening experience. So you can write about 10 minutes about it, and you can go on further. Another brainstorming technique is mapping or clustering. To make a map, it means to make a map. It uses a whole you use a whole sheet of paper. You write your topic in the middle with a circle around it. Then write your next idea in a circle above or below and connect the circles with line. The lines show that the two ideas are related. The example here shows you have this squirrel, red, brown, black, flying, how squirrel nest, and then the next idea related with it is same place each year like geese, and then squirrel, another point related to squirrel is getting rid of squirrel in garden, and then traps, repellents, and ethics of each. You can see that it is a kind of clustering, getting ideas for clustering or getting your ideas for writing. When you cluster, you start by writing your topic in a circle in the middle of your paper, and you also think about related ideas. You write those related ideas in smaller circles around the first circle. The related ideas in each small circle may produce even more ideas and therefore more circles around it. When you have run out of ideas, your paper might look something like the given format. Practice the clustering technique to develop a topic. This is the kind of activity that you can do. You can choose one topic and write it in a large circle in the center of a paper. Then you think about the topic for 1 or 2 minutes. Then write each new idea that comes into your mind in smaller circles around the larger circle. You can think about the idea in each smaller circles for 1 or 2 minutes. Write any new idea in even smaller circles, and you can look over your group of circles, which group is the largest. The largest group of circle is probably the most productive topic for your paragraph. You can practice this in your writing. Here is one example is given here, and another example is also given here. You can see here there are smaller circles and there are bigger circles, smaller circles, and even smaller circles. So this is called clustering. Another technique is listing. Listing is a pre-writing technique in which you write the topic at the top of a piece of paper and then quickly make lists of words or phrases that come into your mind. You don't stop for any idea, and you don't stop to think whether the idea is good or not. You write it down, keep on writing until the flow of ideas stop. Here an example has been given. So you can say a person who has made a difference. For example, Albert Einstein, Bill Gates, Mother Teresa, Aunt Sarah, Mr. Jacobson, and grandfather. You can make a list and then you can choose one topic out of that list. Then the next brainstorming technique is outlining. Outlining is the best way to organize paragraph. It is before you writing anything, you begin to write, you begin to outline, you try to make a structure. An outline is like an architect's plan for a house. Imagine building a house without a plan. The kitchen might be far away from the dining room, or the house might have no window. Having a plan not only helps you, the writer, to organize your thoughts, but it also ensures that you don't leave out anything important. Simple outline, for example, you can write a topic sentence, a supporting sentence, and another supporting point, and concluding sentence. When you fill the boxes in the diagram, then you are making an outline. Now you can learn a formal outline with details. You can also add details in between in the second step. You can say for supporting points, details, supporting points, details, supporting points, details. At the beginning you make a simple outline, then you add details in between. Then conclusion. It is throughout writing that we express our creative writing. It helps us to remember. We keep record of any interaction. We learn to organize our thoughts. Writing helps us to observe and to gather ideas, to gather evidence. Writing helps us to think. It helps us to communicate, and above all, writing helps us to learn. So writing is an activity which is the basis of all learning. Reading will become incomplete, reading will become fruitless if writing is not there. Thank you.